Okay, so I'm gonna stop here. So with this palette, I kind of feel like there's only one colored matte. This one here called Divine, and the rest of the mattes are brown. I wish that they had done, like, this is a nice matte green, don't get me wrong, but I wish that they had done like a brighter matte blue, so that you have a green and a blue to complement the shimmers, because you've got a couple of green shimmers, you've got a couple of blue shimmers. So it would have just been a little bit nicer if they had like a bright blue matte. Just the same way that I was talking about the Cotton Candy palette not having a matte pop of color. It's the same kind of situation with this. They're all really dark and they're just brown, aside from this one. And yes, you can use it, but then I feel like the look just comes out really dark. I mean, and because this is so aquatic, it's so, like, it reminds me of going swimming, vacation. Those shimmers are it just reminds me of a swimming pool. I want to do a bright look, and I feel like I need a bright matte color to complement the shimmer. What I will say though is this shimmer went on so nicely, and I didn't use any setting spray. It would have done even better if I had put on a setting spray, but it's very clear to me that it's not necessary for me to put on a setting spray, because clearly it will work without it. But if you want it to be even better, use a setting spray. But I'm actually quite happy with the way that the shimmer has performed. Oh, okay, I'm gonna stop here with this. Let me tell you my thoughts on the Galactic palette. So again, this is a very, very dark palette. As you can see, it's just very, very dark. There are some pops of color, like the two pinks, there's a burgundy, there is a purple there which I use. I'm actually quite surprised with the purple. I actually think that it showed up on my eyes okay, and I didn't use any fixing spray, so I'm happy that this showed up on my eyes. I know that if I did use a fixing spray, it would have come out even better, same as the last palette. This shade here, Andromeda, I found it very difficult to blend out. It's like once it was in place, it didn't really want to go and blend with everything else. And this one, Seen from Mars, it just went into the place that it was put, and then when I started to blend it out, it just felt like it just evaporated into thin air. So this one's kind of like for me. Like this one, like, you guys know that I'm not feeling the whole marble shimmer shadows, but this one at least did perform really well. And I did say in my swatch video that they did swatch really good. It's just that they're really dry. I mean, it's an okay palette. I mean, a couple of hits, couple of misses. It is what it is. So now I'm going to give you my overall thoughts on all 4 of these palettes. I have already done a video where I showcased the first 2 palettes, which was the Lemon Drizzle and the Cotton Candy. If you've missed that video, then I will put it in the description down below. I will remember to do that. But yeah, so this is just like my overall thoughts. Now that I've tried all 4 of them on my eyes, how do I feel about them? As I said in my last video and the video before that, I feel that the Cotton Candy is very, very beautiful to look at, but I feel like there's no pigment, and I feel like there's no pops of bright mattes. So using this, the only mattes that you get are browns, so I can't really put like a bright pink or bright purple like in the crease or in the transition to have it accompany my bright shadow. Do you have to have a bright matte? No, but it is preferred to at least have a bright matte so that you can bring everything together. And especially as this is such a candy centric palette, I would have expected not only the shimmers to be bright, but just to have a couple of bright mattes. I mean, like, what are they scared of? I don't know. The next one, which is the Macaroons palette, I feel like they did a little bit better with this. Like, this shimmer really showed up really well on my eyes. They do have one matte, like, colorful shade, which is this green one here, Divine, but I don't think that is colorful enough. I don't think it's bright enough. Like, it's quite dark, and it would have been nice if it was a bit brighter. Whether it would have been a green or a blue, fine, whichever one, just pick one, but make it bright, because look, you've got these bright greens and blues. We want a bright matte green or blue as well. I'm just finding that there's too much matte brown. That's my issue. They, in every single palette, they have a ton of matte brown. And it's like there's other mattes to do aside from brown. Unless they're doing like orangey shades, they tend to have a bunch of just matte browns. It's so hard to find matte brights. So the one that we just spoke about, the Galactic palette, it's just like, I do like the way that this showed up on my eyes, but this is really dark and it's not my favorite. Unfortunately, it's not, but it performed better than the Cotton Candy, like straight up. And my favorite of all of them is the Lemon Drizzle. The thing is, when I first saw this, I wasn't like taken aback by it. I was like, okay, yeah, they're trying to do a lemon palette, because there's been a few companies that have been trying to do like lemonade palettes, and it's kind of like, but where's the yellow? They did the damn thing with the yellow. They were like, yellow here, a few yellow shimmers, and then they do have a couple of pops of matte bright shades, like this one, and this one, and then the rest are matte browns. This one here is a shimmer. I think this is more like a satin actually, because it's not, yeah, this is a satin. This one here, Delicious, that's a satin. But it's like, I prefer this one. Pigment, color selection, I feel like they did the damn thing. If you were to get any one of them, I would say get the Lemon Drizzle. I think that the pigment as well as the color selection is really, really good, well thought out and well put together. I would definitely say skip this one altogether. I know it's so pretty, but it does nothing. It did absolutely nothing. But of course, it's your money, spend it however you want to spend it. The other two are kind of like, you could go for them. They're nothing special, they're nothing out of the ordinary. You'll create a decent look, a wearable look, but I don't think that they are like on the top, they're just in the middle. So which one is your favorite? Did you get these? If you did, how do you feel about them? Do you think that they're good palettes? Do you think that they're bad palettes? Would you recommend them? I would only recommend one, as I've shown you. Oh, and I kind of wish that this one smelled like lemon. That would have been a nice touch. That's just my opinion. Anyway, so if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.